the court to remit or to give back to me was the 20% shares of the company that I gave to my ex-husband, Mr. Paul Ochenio Odekina of Total E&P. I think he's the Executive General Manager, Human Resources, Total E&P.
Okay.
Yeah, I gave him 20% of the company. Willingly, you know how you want to start a business and you don't want to be selfish. You want everybody to have a part of it. So when I filed for the divorce, I asked for my 20% to be given back to me. And I can tell you ever since then, Dictachi Foods has not known peace. So with everything that happened or that ensued from that, we just had no option but to stop production of yogurt, bread production, and the industrial catering aspect of the business. We had to shut down everything, not because the court asked us to, but because of the constant harassment we kept getting from Mr. Paul Odekina, irrespective of the court asking him to stay clear of the premises until judgment is given. Yeah. I am the managing director, CEO of Dictachi Foods Nigeria Limited. So despite the constant harassment from Mr. Paul Ochenio Odekina of Total, you know, I think sometime last month or last 2 months, there was a break into my factory.
That was last year.
That was last year, I think late last year. The factory premises was boggled. Most of our heavy machineries were vandalized and some were carted away with. So my security personnel called me up the next day and told me, and I asked her to get the police involved. So upon inspection of the factory premises by the police to find out what must have gone wrong or who the culprits might have been, they came for the investigations and they saw a driver's license of Martins Odekina. Now, Martins Odekina happens to be the younger brother of my ex-husband, Mr. Paul Odekina. So his driver's license was found in my company premises. Now, my company premises has been locked up by me and the key given to my security personnel. And myself, I'm the only one with the key. So how come his driver's license was found at the site of the crime, you know? It was found in my company premises. So I have a photocopy of the driver's license and the original was kept by the police officer. He took it to the police station, Amadiama, I think the police station at Amadiama, because they were the ones that came to investigate what could have happened in my factory. So it didn't just stop there, you know. Right now, I think 2 days ago, I got a call from my security guard telling me that he came to the premises.
Who is the he now?
Paul Odekina,
your ex-husband,
of Total, my ex-husband. He came to the premises 2 days ago, informing them that he was coming on Monday. That's today. He's going to be there today to get them arrested. That they have no business securing my premises. This is a company that is owned by me. 20% only of the company's shares was what I gave to him. The factory is situated on 3 plots of land. 2 plots, we jointly bought 2 plots when I started this business. In 2007 was when I started constructing.
Okay.
So 2 plots of the land is jointly owned by us. And then when the business grew, I bought an additional plot, solely my name on the land document, which I have here. So if you're going to look at it legally, if you do want to look at it legally, I have 2 plots of the land and he has just 1. But the factory situated on it is owned by me and only 20% of it was given to him by me. So I see no reason why someone that owns a minority share should dictate who the security personnel of the company owned by me should be.
So are you saying these whole issues are coming up because of the divorce case?
Yes, these whole issues are coming up because of the divorce case.
And for how long have you been battling this divorce?
Since 2012 January. I filed for a divorce in 2012 January from Mr. Paul Odekina of Total, and we have been going back and forth. I mean, the case obviously is not ending for whatever reason. I do not know.
Sorry that I ask this, but if it's been going back and forth, isn't it something that you could possibly settle amicably, or to restore the marriage? We have therapy sessions, we have family that could intervene. Isn't it something that you could probably just sit down together and find a way to resolve this? You have kids, right?
Yes, we do.
Isn't it something you can possibly settle?
No, no, it's definitely not. I filed from a divorce from him because of his sexual perversion. And there is a point where you get to, as a human being, when you realize that something or whatever it is you're in is never going to work. Because when I signed a contract to marry him, I believed I was, marrying a man that shared the same type of sexuality with me. Not to get me wrong, I do not have any issues with people that, have different sexual orientation. I do not have any issue with that. But when you come and you say you want to go into a marriage contract with someone, you both have to share the same sexual orientation. So when you get into that marriage and you find out that this was not what you bargained for, it's like you were tricked into the marriage. The marriage is a sham. It's not what you thought. For example, we got married in 2002. I filed for a divorce in 2012. I filed. For the 10-year period we were married, we actually had sex 11 times. I'm sorry. We actually had sexual intercourse 11 times in 10 years. He wouldn't let me sleep in his room. I have to stay in my own room. He would only come to see me when he thinks we should make a baby.
Okay.
Way into the marriage, I caught him red-handed in gay sex. I walked into him in our living room in, I think at about 1:30, 1:40 a.m. with a guy I don't really know who he is, but he obviously walked in with that person at that time of the night. And I walked into them in our living room. And I can tell you, it was a struggle. We live in a society where you have to do everything as a woman to preserve your marriage.
Wow. Oh my goodness. So, people of the world, this is the woman in question. This is the woman that the husband is accusing Daddy Freeze of benching her while they were still married, while she was still living with her ex. So according to the ex-husband, he said Daddy Freezer was benching this woman, you understand me? And along the line, he now decided to bring her out and keep her completely for himself. So it is because of this woman that Mr. Freezer is going to pay huge amount of money for benching a woman. For the first time, we are beginning to hear that if you bench somebody, you're going to pay a fine. So that the Freeze is going to pay a fine of 5 mil because of benching, you get. So, but the woman is here to tell her own side of the story, the things that transpired while she was still with the man, how the man was, starving her of a kwakrekwa, the man doesn't touch. According to her, she said that for the past 10 years, they did a kwakrekwa for only 11 times. Man, that means every year they will do one. Every year they will do one. And by the special grace of God, God brought Mr. Freezer around, who now knows how to do the ekwo. And the ekwo is the reason the man is going to pay 5 mil for doing ekwo with a woman. Anyway, who am I to judge? I cannot judge anybody. I do not know why waiting happen. But what I know is that if court found Mr. Fraser guilty, he's going to pay 5 mil for doing ekwo. Now why?